Hello and welcome to Salt Nation TV. In this video, we're doing the video that I've wanted to do since picking up the Focus ST170, and that's having a hoon in some country lanes. Because I've done a video of how enjoyable it is in just normal driving down a motorway, but it really comes to life on these sort of country lanes.
It certainly does.
And I'm chugging along, and we're going to hit a nice bit of road. Nice sound.
Nice sound.
Nice
speed,
acceleration.
Nice speed. Got a bit of reverbo.
We have.
And it's nice speeds, mate. It's a good car, isn't it?
It shouldn't be, but it is such a precision instrument.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. It's essentially a fast family hatchback. It's a hot hatch. I'm not taking away from that.
Warm.
It is a hot hatch.
Warm.
It's hot.
Warm.
It's hot. It was hot in 2004. This was a hot hatch.
Okay.
And it's a hot hatch now because I think it's got a lot of points going for it amongst its contemporaries that you'd find now. Yes, it won't have as much power, but the way this handles, it is precise. It's so controlled. Like, I'm slamming around these corners at a fair pace, and the car just is hanging on. There's no, I haven't got to worry. Like, you know, this is a fairly technical bit of road. It's not the, it's not the most technical, but it's got enough fast straights and sort of little tight twisty turns. And this car it gives me confidence because it sticks.
Yeah.
It really does.
And to be honest, you're the only thing that's letting the car down, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just me. I'm obviously, Ed thinks I'm a shit driver, mainly because I broke the cue.
I'll never forgive. Bless his little heart.
I didn't break it driving it hard though.
You did.
I didn't.
It didn't survive this stretch of road. That's what it was.
No, because it was like 3 weeks after this stretch of road.
Yeah, it's delayed.
Was it?
Yeah, delayed malfunction.
Oh, okay.
Damage was already done.
Too fast. It's fast. It's not the fastest car in the world, but it's fast, and its handling completely keeps up with the speed.
Well, I think like
it's balanced. It's balanced from, other than the K&N panel filter, this car is stock. If this is how it is when it's stock, it's so well balanced from the box. It's so good.
I think, like we said in the previous video on this car, it might embarrass an EP3 or an FN2.
Well, we did say that, Ed.
Yeah.
And I got a message from Dale from On a Mission.
Yeah.
And he said an EP3 would destroy it.
What? Well,
and he likes these cars. I think initially, from a standing start, this would whoop the EP3, and then the EP3 would destroy it. I think once you're a bit further down the road, but handling wise, I don't know. I think this handles really well.
I think they're closer than we think. Obviously, from going from an EP3 and an FN2 myself personally into this,
an EP3's got more power.
Yeah, but it just delivers it differently, and that's why
it delivers it higher in the rev range because of the VTEC, whereas this is lower in the rev range. But that's what I mean. I think if an EP3 would destroy this, it would be because it'd be on a straight line over a quarter of a mile. Yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be around these sort of roads. No, and handling wise, I don't think there'd be much in it.
Yeah, because
this does handle superbly well. But you are looking at about 30 brake horsepower more in an EP3. So. Ultimately, an EP3 would be quicker.
But where's that 30 brake horsepower over 5,500 revs?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, then.
So on this road, for instance,
it might be pointless.
This road is a 4,500. It's a 4,500 third gear, 4,000 fourth gear in this car.
And this has got more torque.
It's about the same torque, in fact, as the EP3, but less horsepower. But it's the way this engine works. It's different. It's different to VTEC. And coming from VTEC cars, this puts a smile on your face as soon as you move off. As soon as you slam it into second, big smile. Whereas a VTEC car, as you're building up to VTEC, you start smiling. When it hits VTEC, that's when you're like, "Way, this is fucking amazing!" And you know, you do get that for a longer period of time. It does mean that you can ride the gears a bit further. But then saying that, this car, the way that this really does sort of, the gears are long. I mean, I like the gearbox. I've used this transmission in my R53 when I had that, and the ratios are quite long. It gives you a lot of room before changing. And on roads like this, that's really, really helpful. It's nice to have that in the bag, because you can downshift and then, like, you know, build your revs back up and just go and properly sort of use the speed properly. I think that's the big difference. If we're going to talk about an EP3 ST170 difference, I think that's the big difference, is the fact that ultimately on this road, this car probably is better. I'd say
definitely over an FN2, just because the
over an FN2, yeah, but an EP3, which is what we were saying,
which is a bit more track focused.
Yeah, I think an EP3 would destroy this on the track.
Yeah,
I think on this road, I think this car, because of the way the revs work, because of the way the power builds, this car would be better on this particular road.
I think I'd be a bit red-faced if I still had my EP3.
Yeah, this car has been full of surprises. It feels a lot like it handles superbly well, and I think you know, I'm going to have to buy an EP3 at one point, and then remember back to this video, and then do the same loop, and get stuck behind a really slow Peugeot. Thanks.
Just check it's not a rust bucket like my EP3 was.
Yeah, that was. Again, Dale found just how rusty that was, didn't he?
He did.
We thought it had been actually really well preserved because it was so thickly covered in mud.
But no, it was rough.
It was actually, yeah, rough as fuck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The shell of that, I saw just being destroyed.
Did you?
It was outside Dale's unit,
yeah.
And it was just like being used to store knackered, rusty bits of car parts in it, and rats.
Great little ending.
Rats living in like a little load of hay inside it, going, "Oh, this is the best, most comfortable, like EP3 home we could have wished for." I mean,
sounds nice. Sounds really good.
And I got to what, 5,500 revs in second,
yeah.
And then I thought, no, I'll change up just to keep the power building. But it's like, it holds on. This is what I think is so. Oh, hey.
That's a big boy. Go, hey. God, he was all over the place, wasn't he? Jesus Christ.
That's a little bit uncomfortable.
That would have been the end of us. That'd have gone right through.
Imagine if we were in the Copen.
God, it just crushed us.
But I mean, before that lorry was a little bit intimidating.
Yeah.
This car is full of surprises. I've said it in a couple of videos, but it's because I literally am. I probably could have stayed in third there.
I like how your oil pressure goes up and down.
Yeah, depending on how you're driving it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've been super surprised by this car because I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is. I expected it to be decent. I thought it's a 5-door hatchback. It's the affordable sporty version of the Mark 1 Focus.
Yeah.
Because an RS isn't affordable.
No.
It's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. I'll get some use out of it while it's being my daily, and then I won't have any feelings about moving it on. And I do have to move it on because I can't afford to run 3 cars. And one of my cars, the one that I've been waiting to be finished, is finished, and I'm picking that up in a couple of days at time of filming. And I can't afford to insure and tax 3 cars. And while the Cube's off the road, it's not like it's parked up in a garage, so I've got to keep the insurance on it. This car was a temporary fix. I'm meant to sell it as soon as my other car is ready. I don't want to sell it. I have to sell it because money, but I don't want to sell it. I've been not even pleasantly surprised. It's thrown a spanner in the works. If I didn't have the special car coming to me, I don't think I'd get rid of this. I think this would be the Project Sulk. I think I'd want to do work on this. Because it performs. But then at the same time, the sort of performance, it's not boring in any way. However, it's 5-door hatchback fast car performance. You're relatively safe. You kind of know what's coming with it, you know?
Well, you kind of know its limits without going exploring its limits, don't you?
Yeah, I think
you know where to put it.
I had a 5-door Mark 7 Golf for 5 years that, all right, was a diesel, but I had it remapped. It was pretty pacey, and it was quite good fun round roads like this. It wasn't as quick as this, but you know, it had a lot of torque, so it wasn't too bad. And you know, that handled well, as Mark 7 Golfs do. They are great handling cars. This is a little bit more precise. Well, I say a little bit. This is a lot more precise. You point and it goes, but at the same time, it's comfortable. You can use the power properly. It's well balanced, and I can see how some people might find it ultimately a little bit staid, a little bit, because it's not gonna scare you. You know what you can do
Right,
with it.
yeah.
What a cool little car this is. It's not the biggest hatchback in the world. It's not the hottest hatchback in the world. But for something that came out over 18.5 years ago, this was, this particular car, at the start of 2004, it's so pinpoint.
And how much you pay for it again?
1,500 quid.
Absolutely. It's a lot of car in it.
Yeah, and I've put about 130 quid into bits to repair it, but and the K&N panel filter, so the one mod. But it's what I'd say, if you're looking for something that is cheap, easy to find parts for, and gives you a good combination of practicality and performance, this is the car.
And the Mark 1 Focuses don't tend to rust away
no,
every other Ford.
As we said in a previous video, this doesn't really have any rust on it at all.
No,
it's got a little bit around those little circle bits at the back.
Just a bit Honda crusty.
Nothing deep in any way at all.
No, it's good, mate.
It's a great car, and I'm going to be gutted to sell it. I might have a cry.
You might not sell it yet. We'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So we hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please subscribe, turn on notifications, find us on social media, and until the next time, I've been me, you've been you, Ed's been Ed, and well done for that.
It smells a bit oily.
Yeah, it's because we've just been pushing it quite hard in second and third gear.
Let's ease it home.
Yeah.
Let's not have another one that breaks.
No, that would be rubbish.